Hey everyone! So I wanted to give you some tips on how to meal plan and eat and survive over the holidays. So the first and most important tip is don't treat the next 2 weeks as a holiday. The holiday is 1, 2 days depending on, how you celebrate it. But Monday and Friday leading up to Christmas, and then the Monday and Friday and after that, after Christmas, they aren't holidays. So the number one way to pack on the pounds is to treat every single day as if it was a holiday. No, you don't want to do that. So you need to develop a rock solid meal plan for the week leading up to Christmas and then the week after Christmas. And stick to that meal plan. Make it as healthy as you can. Yes, you can have some wiggle room in there to have, as I said, 20% indulgent. I'm a firm believer in eating 80% healthy and 20% indulgent as much as possible. So it doesn't have to be every day, but overall, I think in a week, I always try to average, okay, 80% of the food choices I've made this week have been healthy and only 20% have been not so healthy. You don't want it to slide anymore. You definitely want to stick to that 80-20. So on Christmas Eve and Christmas, you still want to have a game plan, okay? So what I personally do is I think about what is it that I want to eat on Christmas morning. And instead of eating that traditional like cheesy sausage casserole, I look on Pinterest and I find a healthier version of my, breakfast casserole, and I'm gonna make that. Instead of making, some sort of French toast casserole with tons of cream cheese in it, I'm gonna look for a healthier alternative. So think about what it is that you like to eat, what you and your family find comforting and find as a tradition, and just make it healthier. And then throughout the day, make smart choices. Do your workout, okay? That's important. And then, at dinner time, make choices. Sorry, of course, my daughter's making a ton of noise. So say you're at your grandmother's for dinner, and she makes amazing mashed potatoes, but then her stuffing is meh. Well, eat the mashed potatoes and not the stuffing. Or maybe the rolls are just dry and they're never good. Choose the mashed potatoes and not have a roll. But if you have an amazing cook and everything is delicious, then have everything, but have it in moderation. Have one plate and put a small amount of every food you want on that one plate and limit yourself to that one plate. If you're going to be drinking alcohol, have a glass of water in between every drink of alcohol, because one, alcohol is empty calories, first of all, and two, it lowers your inhibition. So then you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep eating this turkey or this beef or this, I'm gonna have 5 plates of cookies. So have lots of water and make smart choices. Choose what you really want. And as I always say, my motto in life is I can have that, but do I really want it? So if I go into something and I tell myself I'm on a diet, I cannot eat these treats, then I just sit there and drool over them the entire time. I can't even enjoy myself because I'm just fantasizing about that piece of pie or whatever it is. But if I go in and I say, you know what, I can have that, but do I really, really want it? Is it worth it? How am I going to feel afterwards? Am I going to have a bellyache? Am I going to be bloated? Am I going to be burping up whatever it is that I just ate? Is it worth it? And if it's not, then I am empowered to not choose it and to not feel bad and obsess over it. But if it is worth it and it's delicious and my grandmother only makes it once a year and this is the time to have it, then I'm going to have it and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. But the trick is leading up to the holiday to stay on point, and then after the holiday to bounce back, right? If the day after Christmas you wake up and you eat all of the same foods you ate on Christmas, that is how you're going to gain weight. So 1 or 2 days out of this whole month, they're not going to kill you. They're not going to kill your progress and set you back a ton. But if you just continue down that downward spiral and every day you wake up and eat as though it's Christmas Day, that is how you're going to ruin your progress and not make any progress, okay? So I always kind of just map it out what I'm going to do. I follow the colored containers that come with almost all of the Beachbody programs now. So I will say for breakfast, I am allowing myself, 1 red, one yellow, one blue container, and then for lunch I'm going to have a green, 2 greens, and then at dinner I'm going to save these containers, and I'm going to have this many of each food group container. And so that's kind of just mentally what I do, and I put it on paper so I don't actually put in like this is exactly what I'm going to eat on Christmas night, but I have an idea of how many carbs I can have that night and how many healthy fats and how many proteins I can have, so that I'm not just completely overindulging, but I am indulging. I am having the pie and the cake. I'm just not having it in excess. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you. Stay on point during the week. Have a meal plan. Stick to it. Drink a ton of water all throughout the week and on the holidays when you're consuming alcoholic beverages. And then on Christmas and Christmas Eve, still try to stick to your meal plan. You know what you should be eating. Try to stick to that, and if you have to, add some extra containers as needed so you feel like you're celebrating the holiday, but don't go way too overboard. Okay, so those are my tips for you. I hope that helps. Sorry about my vocalist here in the background, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate.